Bot Builders back, and welcome to another episode of Robot Instructions. And this is the big episode 15. Yeah, we've hit a pretty big milestone for Robot Instructions. It's been going on for 15 episodes, which is pretty good actually. And for episode 15, I think I might as well show off probably one of my favourite robots and the instructions I used to make it. And I think it's a machine that, well, but I think it's a machine that, well, lots of people like and lots of people would love to have their own model of. It's Tanshe, and it's not TANKSHE. If you pronounce it as TANKSHE, I will delete your comment. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I won't actually do that. But it's not TANKSHE. It's Tanshe. I said it as Tanshe. I never said TANKSHE. Theo Hummel, shut up. Crystal Carnage, shut up. Yeah. And it's not Spectre either, as Roomba Wars Tyler pointed out in the last video, because I slipped up and accidentally called it Spectre. This robot I just pronounced the name wrong of, apparently, I guess. But despite that, it's one of my favourite models. And, well, here are the instructions I used to make it. And for the first time, it's double-sided. Yeah, it's a pretty... There are quite a lot of instructions when it comes to this machine. So let's just not hesitate and just start things off with the bottom panel. So we're going to do this sort of like the main body first. So the bottom panel is a simple square of 6 centimeters by 7 centimeters, which is right here. As the top panel is 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters, which is this panel right there. Pretty simple so far. The back is a simple 6 centimeters by 4.3 centimeters, which is this bit. And the front panel, which is this wedge bit right here, is 6 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So pretty simple stuff. Of course, you may want to do the interior back panel, which is this bit, which is 6 centimeters by 1.5 centimeters. You attach it on right there. This is just to basically cover up the graphics of the machine. So now that we've pretty much got the top, bottom, front, and back of the robot, we can then move on to the sides, which is a pretty complex shape for some side panels. But pretty much what you need is that you need 7 centimeters, then you go up by 4.3 centimeters, and then 3 centimeters there, 4 centimeters, and then join it up to get 3 centimeters. Or if you want to be simple, here are just the more analytical stuff of it. So pretty much, just to get this point, I'd recommend doing a 1 centimeter line and go up by 4 centimeters. Do a point there, join it up, and then right here you do a 1.5 centimeters, then 2.5 centimeters up, point there, join it up, then go 4 centimeters, and then join it up right there, and you do that twice for the side panels. I forgot to draw on the wheels, but the wheels are pretty simple. It doesn't really matter. They just make sure they're small. I think I did a 1 centimeter diameter for the wheels, so just remember that, just 1 centimeter diameter. And then once we've done that, you can then add on the interior sides, which are these bits right here. As you can see, they're these bits, again, just to cover up the packaging, which is just 2 centimeters, and 1.5 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. Or if you want it just to be more simpler, you'd go 0.5 centimeter, then 1.5 centimeters up, point, and then join it up, as you do. So that's the main body done. And already, this is already nearly getting at 4 minutes, so this is going to be a pretty long robot instructions. Next thing I do is the angled sides, and these stuff are quite a pain in the ass, but I got the measurements for them. You should have a much easier time than I should. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to go 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 3.5 centimeters, and 6 centimeters, and you want 2 of those. Here's the flip version. It'll be easier just to go 2 centimeters down and then 3 centimeters across. You want 2 of each version, so one of the one facing that way, no, 2 of these facing that way and 2 of these facing that way, because of course, to be nice and strong and to cover up the the graphics of the card, they're nice and double-sided. Then we move on to this panel, which is 2.5 centimeters, then go down by 2.7 centimeters, 1.3 centimeters, so it's quite a strange shape, and then 3.5 centimeters right there. Or to be more simpler, you go down by 0.7 and then 3 centimeters right there. And of course, just like the last one, we need 2 centimeters facing that way and 2 centimeters facing that way. I did this one a little bit too small, because I accidentally did 2.2 centimeters instead of 2.7 centimeters. You don't want to make that mistake. And then you could, of course, attach it onto it like this, nice and angled like that. And then just to finish off the angled sides, we then have the front bits, which is 1 centimeter by 2 centimeters, then 2.5 centimeters, then 1.7 centimeters across, or you could do it like 0.7 centimeters and then 1.5 centimeters across just to join it up, the angled bits. And just like the last one, you need 2 of these facing this way and 2 of those facing that way. And those are the angled sides. And yeah, I mean, they were a pain for me to do it. I'll be honest, there was a lot of guessing work when I did it, but now that I actually do the measurements for it, you should be able to do it quite easily. So now it's time you move on to the flipper, and there's quite a lot to go with for the flipper. Starting off with the flipper struts, you want to basically have a 1 centimeter line and then 8 centimeters down like that, pretty much. But just for the analytical stuff, obviously these things, there's a 1 centimeter gap between this point and that point, and it's 8.5 centimeters down. So you want to go 8.5 centimeters down, then go 1 across just to get that point, and then pretty much join it up. But at the 6 centimeters that way, you want to draw a line right here. This, as you can see, is to curve it. And once you've curved it, it's now curved into shape. So you got the flipper struts done, and of course you need 2 of each, 2 facing this way, 2 facing that way, because as I said, you need it nice, strong, and double-sided. You can then move on to the eye, as I like to call it, the blue light. Pretty simple shape this is. I forgot to do the bottom, but the bottom isn't really too much of an issue. The bottom is just a 4 centimeter by 4 centimeter square. The front of the eye is 4 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters, and 2 centimeters, or you could go 2 centimeters up, 1 centimeter across, do a dot there, then go 2 centimeters. The top bit of the eye, which is this bit, is 4 centimeters, and then 4.5 centimeters, and then 2 centimeters, or you could go at the 2 centimeter point, you could go 4.5 centimeters up, and then go 1 centimeter across. And as for the eye sides, it's just 4 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters, and then 4.5 centimeters, just to get these. And as I said, I forgot to draw at the bottom, but it's just a simple 4 centimeter by 4 centimeter square. And of course, you attach them onto the flipper struts just to make it all nice and supported. So now, time to finish off Tanshe, not TANKSHE, with the flipper panel right here, this bit. So we're going to start off with the flipper front, which is a simple 3 centimeter by 4 centimeter rectangle. Then the flipper sides, which are these bits, will be a 1.7 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters, then 3.5 centimeters, or you could go 0.5 centimeter, then go 2.5 centimeters up, do a point there, of course join it up. And then to wrap it up, the flipper bottom is another trapezoid, 4.5 centimeters, 1.7 centimeters, 3 centimeters, or you go 0.7 across, 1.5 centimeters up, just like that, to get the 3 centimeters at the bottom. And if it's still sticking up in the L, like how mine was, you can then add in the flipper lip. This is only if you have that issue where the flipper's sticking up, which is just a simple 3 centimeters by 0.7 centimeters, and you need 2 of those. Stick them together, make it nice and double-sided, and, well, attach everything together, and, well, you have your Tanshe done. Now, there are a few mini things I would like to recommend. If you have red tape, I recommend doing what I did, where you get a strip, fold it in half, sort of attach it on like that, just to sort of simulate the red bungee cord that Tanshe had. And you have a coin lying around, I recommend sticking it right there, just to lower the flipper down. Yeah, so hopefully these instructions help you make Tanshe. It is quite a difficult robot to make. I did have a lot of struggle making it, but it's just a great fun machine to play with when you do have it. And remember, try not to call it TANKSHE, because then your fans will never live it down. And that's not me admitting I'm saying TANKSHE. Theo Hummel's got bad hearing, and he doesn't actually know how the British language sounds. I said Tanshe, I didn't say TANKSHE.